Well, hello there, guys, and thank you for coming back to my review channel. For today's review, let's talk about the holy grail of Nintendo Switch games. Now, this game, I would say, Skylanders Imaginators, I've been looking for this game now for, oh my goodness, probably for about, I'd say maybe a year and a half. And I did find a store that had this game, and they had it in stock for the longest time. And when I was ready to purchase this game, they sold it 3 days before. Well, here it is now. I have it in my hands. I don't know if it's the same copy that they had in their store. But this is Skylanders Imaginators for the Nintendo Switch. This is the only Skylanders available for the Nintendo Switch. And the reason why I said this is a Holy Grail game is because this was only offered with the Skylanders for the Nintendo Switch. The only way that you could pick this game up was if you were to pick up the special box that came with the Skylanders. It was 2 senseis and a power crystal. And what's crazy about this is now I have this game now, and I'm not buying any of the senseis. This game is incredibly difficult without the senseis. Nobody is going to tell you about that. They're going to say, oh, this is Toys to Life. This is a cool game. You would enjoy this one. I do enjoy it. Let's not get it twisted. But I picked this game up on October 1st, 2025. And it wasn't until a little bit later that I had to buy a Skylander from the store because my Skylanders are in storage. So I have the entire first set, and I have parts of the second set. The first set was Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. And I had that for the Xbox 360, and all those toys are universal. They'll work with the Nintendo Switch, they'll work with the 360, they'll work with the DS, they'll work with the PlayStations, and the portals as well. But the thing about the Nintendo Switch is they didn't offer a portal. There was no portal involved with the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch is actually the only system that doesn't require a portal in order for it to work. So the way it works is you would use your Joy-Con to scan in your Skylanders. Activision made it work with the Joy-Cons, the way the Joy-Cons scan amiibos. That's the same way that you're going to scan in your Skylanders. Now, I personally didn't have any Skylanders, so I tried to play this game, and it plays a really, really cool video when you first load up the game. But after that cool video, it tells you, all right, put a Skylander on. And if you don't have any Skylanders, well, guess what? You can't play the game. It gives you that really cool video, and basically it shows Spyro and Stealth Elf beating on Chaos. And then Chaos gets some crazy power. He creates some crazy monster. And then it shows you how it came to be that we got to this point. And then that's when it asks you to put a Skylander down. And from there, the game takes off. But if you don't have a Skylander, you can't play. That's something that nobody ever tells you. And you need these creation crystals to make your own Skylander. Now, I don't have any creation crystals, and I know that there's a way for you to clear them and then have the creation crystals in the game, so on and so forth. But one of the cool features of this game is once you put your Skylander into the Nintendo Switch saves it and gives you a digital library for the character. So I have 2 right now, and I didn't bring them for this video because I'm just talking about the game. I'm not talking about the Skylanders, the figures themselves. That'll be a different video for a different time to show you guys. But it's very cool. The characters, I picked up 2 characters from this game store, from Retro Island Gaming. They had a loose bin. I picked up 2 characters, and one of the characters was maxed. I was like, heck yeah, I got a fully leveled up character for this game. And it was one of the Swap Force characters. It was one of them that was sold in the starter pack. Personally, I didn't really care which characters I got because I know where my set is, and I just know don't buy any of the green base ones. That's it. Just don't buy any of the green base ones. because I have my whole set, and I'm going to bring that, eventually I'll bring that home from storage, and then I'll have it with these, and then this game will be worth way more than I paid for it. How much did I pay for it, you ask? I paid $184.88 for it. Yep, and they hooked me up. Normally it would be $180, and then I would have to pay plus tax. They charged me $170. And it's all physical, all on the cart. And what's even crazier about it is that's the only way that you can get this game for the Switch, is you have to have it physical. Nintendo Switch does not offer this game in the eShop at all. And I think that's a really sad state of affairs. But also, by them not offering it in the eShop, it has made some of these characters absolutely ridiculously expensive. For instance, I don't know if it's from this series or it's from a previous series, but there's a character called Chompy Mage. Chompy Mage is going for $600 on eBay. That is insane. You thought this game was expensive? At $184.88, they got a character on eBay going for $600. $600 American, US dollars. That is insane, if you ask me. One character. And they have like different variants of it too. So you could get a different variant of it. They got one that's a Christmas edition, and they got one that's a regular edition. The regular edition is going for $600. The Christmas edition, which was limited release, like a limited, there's not a lot of them out in the public, that one's like a $2,000 Skylander. That's disgusting. I feel like Skylanders should not be that expensive, but we do live in a physical media world, and I'm not saying that Skylander is better than other Skylanders. Who knows? But that Skylander, yeah, it's just absolutely incredible when you really think about it, that some of these characters are going for as much as they're going for. And it shouldn't be like that, but it is. I guess that, it was probably a limited run. They didn't make a lot of them. It was near the end of the toy line, because Imaginators was the last set. There isn't any more Skylanders that came out. It's just Imaginators, and that's it. They're done. They might see another Skylanders come out, but I would be really surprised to see them produce another Skylanders game. I would love it, because that would make all the other figures would be available for me to purchase again. And a renewed interest would mean that stores would be looking to buy the Skylanders from people and put them up for sale. So it would create an interesting supply and demand. Right now, though, Skylanders are worthless. Nobody holds any value to them, and they just are, like I said, they're just worthless characters. Something, though, about this game in particular, if you were thinking you were going to play the racing part of it, the racing aspect of it will not work, but those characters from, I think it was, Superchargers, the characters will work, but the vehicles will not. And the traps from Trap Team, the characters will work, but the traps will not in this game. But everything else does work. And it all works on the NFC point on the Joy-Con, which is really, really cool, to be honest. You do not, for the Nintendo Switch Skylanders, you do not need a portal. But you will be looking for senseis. And the senseis, they're not cheap. The internet has them. They're about $40 a pop. There's 20 of them, so that's $800. But some of them are harder to find than others, and some of them are not worth as much as others. So I guess I would say $800 to get the entire set. That's sort of accurate to say. But I'm not doing it anytime soon. And I might ask Meg to pick up they have a Crash Bandicoot version with these. They're senseis, where it's Dr. Neo Cortex and Crash Bandicoot are senseis in this. When you picked up the game, if you originally bought this game brand new, you would get this character, and you would get this character, and you would get this creation crystal in the package. So you're able to make your own characters. That seems to be like that's going to be the hardest purchase for this, is buying a creation crystal. These things go from anywhere from 10 to 15, 25, even $100 a crystal. So you're going to have to pick and choose your battles with that one if you do pick this game up. I've done plenty of research onto it, and I personally cannot come to terms with spending $600 for one character, much less $100 for a trinket. And that's what it is. It's a trinket. You get to make your own character. It gives you the ability to make your own, but it costs $100 to do that. Now, I'm all for customization and creativity and all of that, but some of I'm hoping to find somebody who's looking to offload their Skylanders. And when I find that person, hopefully I find them in the physical world, because I'm not trying to do no Facebook Marketplace or Instagram or PayPal or eBay or Amazon wishlist. I'm not trying to do that. I want to do something where I meet somebody in person. They have the Skylanders. I'll say, hey, wait here 20 minutes. I'm going to go to the bank, come back, and those are mine. That's what's going to happen. But this was really cool to find. Very happy I have it. Like I said, this is a golden goose for the collection. This is a launch title for the Nintendo Switch. Personally, I didn't think I was ever going to find it. I didn't think I was going to get a chance to get a physical copy. I've seen this in the wild 3 times now. This is the 3rd time I bought it. They said they had it. I said, don't even worry about it. Sold. So I took this one right off their hands. Very, very happy. Made by Activision, too. Activision's a company that I don't know what they're putting out lately these days. I know they got the Black Ops games, Call of Duty franchise, so Activision does still own that. They do still own the rights to Spyro and Crash Bandicoot and those likes, but I don't know what they're going to do with those franchises, to be honest. Skylanders was the last Spyro, in my opinion. This was the last Spyro. There isn't, unless they make a new one, and how are they going to make a new Spyro? Like, that's in today's world, I feel like Spyro has done roughly everything that you can do with Spyro, you've done with Spyro. Unless they took it and they modernized it and they made Spyro into a real world scenario, like Grand Theft Auto and Spyro put together. That would be a crazy situation. Not that I could see Spyro stealing cars or something, but like a cityscape like Grand Theft Auto, something like that. Not as violent, but something that users and people that play games could enjoy. Something that'll be different than what we already have. So, I don't know. Maybe it's already been done. I know you guys in the comments, you guys are a little vicious with your comments, so you guys will let me know. Has that already been done? Has Spyro already gone to a city? Like Minneapolis, or even New York City, Orlando, San Fran? Let me know in the comments. Has that ever happened with Spyro? Do you guys have Skylanders Imaginators? Did you pick it up? If you do have it, did you pick it up when it was new? Did you get it with all the other gadgets and gizmos that came with it, the starter kit? Or are you like me, where you had to pick it up certified pre-owned, not for resale? But that's exactly what they did. And I don't know how much they made for this copy of this game. I would assume that this game probably went into their store for probably about... They probably gave somebody, I'd say $80 for this, and then they sold it to me for $170. Maybe they didn't give him 80. Maybe they gave him 75 for one game. That's a pretty good deal if you ask me. Personally, though, I'm happy to have this in my collection. And a lot of people out there that are Pokemon collectors, they will understand this. This is a chase game. If you have it, it'll boost your collection up immensely. If you don't have it, it's not the end of the world, but it's something that if you're a collector, this is one of those games where you need it. Like, it's not like you need it, but it will look good in your collection. And for me personally, I feel like this definitely looks good in my collection when I see that. Skylanders Imaginators. And I haven't even owned this game for a full 20 days. I just feel something so incredible knowing that I possess this game. There's nothing like it. Nothing like it. When you've come to that point and that realization where it's like, you know what? I'm going to pull the trigger on it. I'm going to buy it. And then you have it. That's a feeling. That is such a feeling. So I'm really happy that I picked this one up. Like I said, I definitely feel like I did pay a little bit much for it. Like I said, $184.88 is a lot of money for one game. That's the cost of a Switch Lite. This one game. Put that into perspective. Think of all of the other things you could do with $184. And I chose to buy Skylanders Imaginators for Nintendo Switch with it. What would you do with $184? Could pay a lot of food, buy a lot of groceries, right? Pay a lot of bills, gasoline in the car, clothes. Maybe this is just an egregious, I don't even know how to pronounce it. This is an egregious way of spending money. But I'm a collector, and everybody has their hobbies. So, from watching my father build race cars, and he wasn't building like F1, he was building RC cars. From watching my father build RC cars to playing video games, I feel like video games is the safer of the two habits. I can definitely say that some RC parts cost $180. So a Switch game for $180, and this is the top price that I'm willing to pay. Right there, $188. They do still have that Let's Go Pikachu with the Pokeball Plus in it, but I just can't come to terms with that, spending $450 on one Switch game. I can't come to reason with it. But I have this one, and I was able to come to reason with that, so I'm happy. And hopefully you guys are happy too, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Show me some love in the comment box down below. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe in the corners and you ring that bell. Daily uploads here. Jay Glees and Cobra Snake will be in the description box down below. Jay Glees, the jack of all trades, master of none, hunting, camping, fishing, DIY projects, bottle cap collection, and his little dog Boone. If you happen to like doggies, like Stella, who's over here snoring away, you're going to love his little dog Boone. And if you like video games, you like retro games, Skylanders, you like retro games, check out Cobra Snake. It'll be in the description box down below. Cobra Snake is a retro video gamer. Shadows of Mordor, Final Fantasy, Grand Theft Auto series, Rayman Definitive Edition, Hogwarts Legacy, South Park Fractured But Whole, How to Survive Storm Edition, Man-Eater, Dead Island, Dark Souls, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. The list goes on and on. He's a retro video gamer at heart. He shows you the tips and tricks, how to beat the games. He'll be in the description box down below. Check him out. Let him see. Let him know you came from my channel. And you guys, be good. Be safe. This is such a cool purchase for me. And it's backwards compatible. It'll work in the Switch 2. If I chose to buy one, it will work in the Switch 2. Ain't that special? Be good, be safe, guys. And I'll catch up with you guys on the next one. Later, taters.